Also, I have some sugar syrup here in this bowl, which is what I've got is 1 cup of sugar, and then I put 1 cup of water. I'll just boil it for a little while. And I add a cinnamon stick, some lemon peel, a clove, and some star anise. And then we get a nice flavor. And then when it's cooled down, I add some Kirschwein to it, and that's what we're going to use to moisten our cake. And also, I've got some chocolate shavings here. And what I did this morning is I melted some chocolate in the microwave. I just poured it all over my chopping board. And with a nice sharp knife, I just scraped the whole chopping board around. And I've got these wonderful sugar chocolate shavings here. They're very, very easy. You should try it at home. The cake, what we're using is a regular chocolate sponge cake. You can use this any recipe you like for this. But nice and light cake is what we're after. These were baked very early, very late this morning, so they're quite warm still. So you get a nice fresh cake.
You keep this paper layer in the middle now?
Not unless you want to chew on the cardboard.
Okay. I'm used to this. How you doing, man?
Alright then. So what we're going to do first, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take some of our sugar syrup. We're going to moisten this cake all the way around. You can put as little or as much as you like, but just remember it is sweet and it does have a lot of alcohol in it. Don't recommend driving after you have this cake, but obviously we want to shoot so you can have a nice afternoon nap. It's not a problem. There you go, Leon.
Alright.
What we're going to do then, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take some of this cream chantilly and we're going to make a nice 1-inch diameter all over this cake, nice and even.
Just a little, you said?
Well, yeah, a little bit much, but you know. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our palette knife and we're just going to spread this cream all the way around the cake. Making sure we get all the way to the edges. Nice and even all the way around. Then we're going to take some of our dark cherries. Now these dark cherries I've soaked in the Kirschwein brandy as well. So that each time you get a bite of the cake, you get a nice little explosion of the cherries themselves.
Quite easy.
And again, you're going to put it all the way to the edge of the cake, as many or as little as you like. I like to have at least 1 cherry in every bite, so I like quite a lot.
Oh, that's handy.
Need a bit more cream on that one, I think, really. When you start seeing the chocolate coming through the bottom of it, you know you haven't got enough. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the next layer of our cake. And what I've done is I've just cut this into equal 3/4 of an inch thick slices, all the way through to the center. There you go on there, Leo.
Looking good.
Looking good. Okay, so now we're going to repeat this process. We're going to take some of our sugar syrup. We're going to moisten this cake all over. It's quite important to keep the cake with this syrup because sponge cakes can tend to get a little bit dry, especially after a day or so in the fridge. So this helps keep it nice and moist for about 3 or 4 days. Okay, so then we're going to grab some of our cream again. And again, you want about 1 inch diameter all around the top of this cake. All the way to the edges once again. Trying to keep it as even as possible because we don't want to have a lopsided cake. Now you might see I've got this wonderful little thing here that I can actually spin my cake around. This is a cake table. They're very, very good to have at home if you're going to decorate a lot of cakes. It makes it so much easier than trying to move your chopping board or trying to move the actual cake. So we're going to repeat this process. We're going to take some more of our cherries. We're going to place these all over our cake. How's yours looking, Leo?
So far so good. So far.
Okay. Once we've done that, we're going to take our lid. Now this lid, when the cake actually cooks, it actually comes to a dome sort of shape. And I've actually cut the very top of it off so I get a nice flat surface to work with. So again, we're going to take some of our sugar syrup. We're going to moisten this cake a little bit more.
There we go. Oh, there's them all.
Now what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to cover this entire cake in cream. That includes the sides. We're going to fix up any little holes that we've got on the sides, and we're going to cover the top so we can decorate it nicely with our chocolate shavings. Fantastic.
All right.
One second, that's all it was. Alright.
Mine's a little, oh, thank you. Mine's a little bit more organized than his.
So we take our palette knife and we just scrape all the way around the sides.
And so did you say there's a little bit of alcohol in this one?
Just a little bit, yeah.
There we go.
This is a good cake for the kids, ladies and gentlemen. While we're cruising, you can just give them a couple of slices. I'm sure they'll fall asleep somewhere.
They'll sleep for like hours.
So we want to make this nice and even all the way around. Covering up all the sponge with our cream.
My mom will be so proud.
So when you're happy you've got enough cream on there, we're going to take some of our chocolate shavings and we're going to cover this entire cake. Again, you can put as little or as much as you like, or not at all, or you could use hundreds of thousands, you could use anything really. But for this cake, we're going to use these chocolate. How you going there, Leah? You seem to be slowing up there, man.
Look at this.
So when you're happy you've got enough chocolate on there, we're going to grab our piping bag and we're going to put a couple of rosettes on the top, a little bit of decoration. That's it, just chuck it on there, no problem.
See? If this whole cruise director thing doesn't work out.
Yeah, I think I've got some pots and pans for you inside there. Look at the mess you're making on the floor. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. When we're happy we've got enough chocolate on there, we're going to take our piping bag. Now this is a disposable piping bag. You can buy these in most cooking stores. Now these come in a roll, a bit like plastic wrap. You just roll it out and cut it, and then you've got another brand new piping bag. When you finish, you just take your nozzle out and throw it away. The old style ones, which were made of canvas, after a couple of uses they start to get a bit smelly and no good. So these are nice and clean and fresh. So we're just going to put what we call a rosette, which is basically a little flower head, is what they kind of look like, all the way around the top of our cake. Usually we put one for each slice that we're going to give. Squeeze it a little bit. Yeah, you'll be right.
You put more of those on.
Now we take our confectionery cherries, which is a beautiful colour, and we just put these around on the top. Fair enough. Oh yeah, there's more than one. I should mention this time, ladies and gentlemen, also, we also have the Royal Caribbean Cookbook available for sale, which has all the wonderful recipes that you're going to see throughout the rest of this cruise, and some of the favourite ones that you have whilst you've been eating with us. Yeah, that's it, keep going. Usually on the top of the cake is a better place to put them. That's it, one for luck. There's your cherries. It's alright, we're waiting.
See, cooking, my mom always told me that you gotta cook like with passion, you know? So I'm thinking,
Oh yeah, but some people, all these wonderful people standing here, I'm thinking they're starting to get a bit hungry.
how long long have you been working for Royal Caribbean?
I've been working for Caribbean now. This is my third year. I'm almost at the end of my third year, so a couple of years now. I think this is ship number 6 for me, which is good. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 fantastic Black Forest gaffers.
I made a little bit more than it is.